All right, welcome back to ASIS 2017, Dallas, Texas, right here at the ASIS Hub, and that's booth 1613. Now, one of my favorite products is on deck right here, PlateSmart, platesmart.com. Michael Budz, this is a fantastic product.
Yes, it is.
I think you guys are a leader in this space as far as I'm concerned, and you would agree with that, I hope.
Yes, I do.
All right. License plate recognition, in my opinion, the most important thing we have in security one way, the top three, underutilized. People don't get that. It's that important. Tell us what you guys do.
Well, we do the license plate recognition a little bit different out in the marketplace. We're actually doing vehicle recognition identification. And what that primarily means is we're giving you more information than just a regular OCR of a license plate.
Right.
We're actually analyzing the video to pull out the OCR of the license plate, go back and look at it again, and we can even tell you the state jurisdiction of the license plate. And then we can go back out and tell you again what the make of the vehicle is. So we're giving you a vehicle recognition instead of just straight LPL.
There you go. Vehicle recognition. That's a better way to describe it.
Correct.
And this happens in more or less real time.
More than less milliseconds.
Yeah, milliseconds.
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, how many cars, let's say we have a homeowners association.
Okay.
That's an easy one, right? You got a gate, people come in every 10 seconds, every minute. But we're talking about, people driving by on a freeway. Is it that fast?
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. Explain how that works.
Well, we just have to set up pretty much agnostic to camera, so we can set up multiple different types of cameras on a pole in the middle of a median, middle of a highway. We could adjust the camera to read 2 lanes of traffic, 3 lanes of traffic with our HD version of software.
Simultaneously?
With one camera.
One camera can read multiple license plates at the same time?
Yes.
Ooh.
In multiple lanes.
Is that new?
Not relatively new for us. It's been around for about 8 months now.
Well, of course, in this business, that's old.
That's old.
but I think last time you talked to you guys, you didn't have that capabilities. That's
correct.
That's fantastic.
Correct.
All right, so tell me about applications. Police, HOAs. Who uses this kind of stuff?
Most of our technology is done in a fixed camera environment where we go into marketplaces like corporate security, universities, healthcare centers, hospitals, citywide surveillance, smart cities, anywhere where you needed to protect a perimeter around an organization or a city.
Okay.
So we like to do, and we like to call it proactive situational awareness.
Yeah.
So we want to be proactive and tell you when something is about to happen. So if you have people of interest that come back on your campus, a terminated employee, to help prevent shootings that happened in the past, that's what we like to have.
Now, there's a lot of talk in this space with competition about mine's real license plate recognition, yours isn't real license plate recognition. The things I hear in this space with competitors, it's kind of different to me. It's like really aggressive. I don't know who to believe. I've really vetted your product, and of course, I looked at the other product. What is that noise about? Why do people in that space seem to think that theirs is always better than the next guy's? It's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. We're different than everyone else in the industry because we're not using a proprietary camera. Most everyone out there has a proprietary camera
that's it. That's
that
right.
works with their software,
right.
So that's why they think they're better.
Right.
We're agnostic. We work with many different camera manufacturers, and we tie into almost all the VMSs out there in the marketplace.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you have to have a special interface to make that video management system work, or is it just you got an API for it? How do you use it? We
actually have it integrated right into our software, our back-end software. So if you're using Milestone or Vigilon, not to say names and stuff, but we integrate into top tier VMS packages out there, and we actually push the alerts right to the VMS, so you can actually go in there and you can actually watch the video of the alert when it happened.
So I get things like cities and parking lots. I get police searching for stolen cars or wants and warrants on a vehicle, that sort of thing. I get public parking where they kind of want to know volume, people coming and going, who's come back. How do private institutions use it? And are private institutions using it?
Yes, a lot of private institutions are using it. A lot of corporate companies out there are using it. Valero's a good example. They use it for keeping their campus more secured. They build a hot list of terminated employees. They build a hot list of spouses, significant others that may have a protection order. So when those people come on the property, it alerts security and alerts HR.
Now, is there any jurisdictional challenges throughout the United States or the world? I mean, some countries say no privacy, you can't have anything. Other states might say, oh, that's fine, we don't care. What are the challenges there?
There's always challenges there if it's misused. If you use the LPR properly, you stay within the guidelines of what LPR is, and keep in mind that the law enforcement agencies that use it and the public sector that uses it retain their own data. They're not sharing their data with other agencies out there unless they elect to. So that's the key thing. They can retain their retention periods, and they keep within the policies, and they have their audit trails. LPR is the best tool out there.
So in California, let's see how it works. I could go down to the DMV and say, listen, that guy hit me, and here's a piece of paper and a form. I want his license plate, I want his address. If I have a legal action against him, I can get his address. In most cases, I might be able to just get a name. That's just the average guy walking on the street. So how does a private institution get the information about the license plate? Is it licensed, or how do they know whose car it is?
That's all up to the private institution. They would use different software like LexisNexis or TransUnion.
All right.
Or
So you guys don't
Carfax.
handle that part. You just get the
Correct.
connection.
We just do the license plate, and that's
All right.
it. The public information that's available.
Now, I suppose one way you could look at this, talk about some analytics. So, let's say I own, I'm Burbank, and I have 50 public parking space lots, and 20,000 cars. Can I push that button and say, listen, tell me if there's one car that goes to all those parking lots?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It's an analytic that we call circling. So if a vehicle is seen by multiple cameras in X amount of time, it can kick off alert and let someone know that this vehicle is canvassing your parking lots.
Now, is that something you have to teach the software, or is it a rule you put in the software?
It's a rule that you put in the software.
Okay, and that's very valuable because, and I'll tell you a story. So I'm at Disney, and one day I get a call from the Burbank campus, the main studio, that this guy was parked across the street taking pictures. Long story short, we had about 5 properties that was big properties and studios under my control at that time. And when I was reviewing the logs, I saw this same license plate at all the gates at all the different properties. Just manually, I just happened to pick it up. Just a coincidence, right?
Yep.
We ran that plate to the police department, cold plate. We never found out who it was or what they were doing, but they were taking pictures of every location. That was a fluke that I caught it. Had I had PlateSmart, bam, I would have had that guy identify within minutes of going to the second or third property. I would have had an alert, and maybe I would have had the ownership if I had that ability to check on it. Yeah.
Correct.
That's fantastic. Now, do you got any success stories for me about, terrorists, bad guys, anybody you stopped or caught and things?
There's a lot of success stories we have out there. Some of the corporations come with the agencies that we work with like to keep those internal for right now.
Can you tell me one that's a fake success story without naming anybody?
Yeah, we could tell you that a hospital in Florida actually recovered several stolen vehicles within the first month of using our software.
All right, that's a good one. And I know I've talked to John, the owner, and he's really big on, terrorism, what's going on with that, and he's passionate about it.
John is so passionate, and he wants me to emphasize on how the license plate recognition and now our vehicle recognition identification actually helps save people's lives.
Well, no,
and that's our primary goal out there.
Yeah, I mean, let's say the guy comes in with no plate, but it's a 1992 POS, and it's the same car, the same make, model goes to all the properties. It's still going to find that.
Correct.
Without the license plate.
Correct.
And maybe there's an identifying mark on it in the video playback and that sort of thing, right?
Yep.
Fantastic. Michael Budz, PlateSmart.com, one of my favorite products of all time. You guys really got to check this out. Not an infomercial. I've seen this stuff in action. I've spoken to John, the owner, personally. He's passionate about safety and security, especially of America. And this will stop and catch terrorists for sure, and the average bad guy. So I'm so glad you guys are here at the show. And tell John, my best wishes to John when you see him next. And we'll be back in a minute here on SecurityGuideTV.com at ASIS 2017 Dallas, Texas. Mr. Lewis, take us out. Thank you very much. Take us out. Thank you very much. Take us out. Thank you very much. Take us out. Thank you very much.